All right, so we have a huge story here, ladies and gentlemen, about Kamala's husband, Doug Emhoff, apparently slapping an ex-girlfriend. This story is coming out from the mainstream media, Daily Mail USA, US. Why is this story coming out? Is the biggest question mark that I have. I think I have an answer for this, by the way. And if you guys don't know about the story, boy, oh boy, are you about to start seeing this story everywhere, because it is literally going everywhere. And it's a story about an ex-girlfriend, about Kamala's husband slapping a woman. There's the picture with the woman. Why is this story coming out now? We got to talk about this, and we're also going to talk more about the debate. It took one debate. A lot of people are saying that because of the debate going so bad, the media is now trying to dump Kamala Harris and her husband, and the mainstream media is on fire. So let's take a look at this story real quick by the Daily Mail. Daily Mail comes out with a story. Kamala's husband. Let me take this off the screen. Smash the like button, by the way, if you guys can. This is some big time stuff. Apparently, a lot of Democrats are panicking about the Daily Mail posting this story. Let me make sure that you guys are actually getting a notification. So Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, forcefully slapped an ex-girlfriend for flirting with another man and booze-fueled assault after date to star-studded gala. Why is this story coming out now? This is crazy. Vice President Kamala Harris's husband assaulted his ex-girlfriend. 3 friends have told Daily Mail. Why is this happening right now? After the debate, a day after the debate. All right, so the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, 59 years old, allegedly struck the woman in the face so hard she spun around while waiting in valet line late at night after a May 2012 film festival event in France. So they're coming out, they're telling the stories in France. A second friend said Jane, who had been dating Doug Emhoff for 3 months, also told her about the alleged violence at the time. All these different things. And here's a picture with her and him. Why is this story coming out? Make sure to smash the like button if you guys can. This is a story, once again, making its rounds. I'm one of the first people probably reporting about it. The shocking allegations are striking contrast to Emhoff's benevolent image promoted by Harris's campaign and media. So this is why this story is huge. So apparently, Doug Emhoff has spent a lot of time talking about Donald J. Trump being a bad person, being a misogynist, being a terrible guy. Here's how the media is trying to protect him. Now, here he is online, by the way, speaking about Donald Trump, speaking about J.D. Vance. Take a listen.
Important part, an interesting part of how people have talked about your role here is how your role has reshaped the perception of masculinity. And I'm not sure you planned on that, but you are an incredibly supportive spouse. Has that been an evolution for you? And do you think that's part of the role you might play as first gentleman?
It's funny. I've started to think a lot about this. I've always been like this. My dad was like this. And to me, it's the
important part.
So that's the media speaking about Doug Emhoff, right? Trying to flip the switch, right? He impregnates the nanny, right? He slaps the woman in the face, and liberals are saying that he's redefining masculinity. It's always these people, the worst people in the world, that are always protected by the media to be the best people in the world, which is pretty crazy. Pretty ironic, right? Pretty ironic. So here's the Daily Mail once again. Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, forcefully slapped ex-girlfriend. This story is making its rounds. It's going everywhere. Why is my question? Smash the like button if you just coming in here. Here's Alina Habba, Trump representative, Trump lawyer, talking to Benny Johnson. Take a listen.
Those people would probably also be shocked this morning that the campaign that says that they're all about women is trying to nominate a man who allegedly is abusive, not only to his nanny and his ex-wife. We're talking about Doug Emhoff here, Kamala Harris's husband. But this morning, according to multiple news reports, there's somebody who's physically abusive with ex-girlfriends. Just talking through the news here real quick, but I have a feeling you'll have a take on this. Booze-fueled assault, slapping around his ex-girlfriend in fits of rage. This is on top of the story where he impregnated his nanny that broke up the his first marriage. Doug
Emhoff? Hold on, let me go search that up. Doug Emhoff Telling you, man, they're trying to say this guy is a really good guy. Impregnate. Is this a real story? Hmm. Oh wow. Look at this. This is a real story. I didn't think this was. Emhoff acknowledges affair during first marriage after tabloid report. Wow, he acknowledged this. This is coming from CNN, by the way. This guy is crazy. Vice President Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, acknowledged Saturday in a statement to CNN that he had an affair during his first marriage. Once again, I don't really care about this guy's life personally, but one thing I will say is the fact that CNN, right, and CBS and MSNBC, they have interviews with this guy speaking bad about JD Vance, speaking bad about Donald Trump, speaking that this guy is what masculinity is. So when the media parades somebody to be the best person in the world, see, I didn't know about this. Somebody said this is old news. I didn't know about this. A lot. So if I didn't know about this, imagine how many people didn't know about this, and they're just finding out that, oh, they're trying to put this guy, they're showing this guy off to us. They're presenting him to us to be this way, but in reality, he's really this other way. And this just shows you how the media protects people. This is very bad news after a debate.
Democrats are trying to put this man into the White House. Not good.
He's her lead surrogate currently. He is one of her lead surrogates. If you name
He's her lead surrogate. Wow.
surrogates for presidential campaigns, he is one of them. Listen, everybody has a past, and when you take this risk of going into a presidential election, you better damn well take a look at what you're hiding in the closet, what you have in your treasure trove, because they will find it. And it's sad to me that this is the way the world works, that people aren't more honest with themselves and saying, maybe I am not the best candidate because my husband has a past. If this is true, of being abusive, I have no patience for anybody like that. And I'm most certainly not going to have patience for people like that running our country. If the women want to talk in this country about policy and about the men that are going to be in charge and making decisions for our bodies and for us, it most certainly is not going to be somebody who's put his hand on a woman. And there are very few things that are an Achilles heel for me. But if somebody puts their hand on a woman and they're supposed to sit in the Oval Office and help go to bed and give the president of the United States advice, well, that's very much a reason not to vote for her. Because if that is who she selected as her husband, if that is who she thought was the best suited person for her, and that's somebody who's going to be giving her advice, I don't want that anywhere near me, my decisions, my kids, my family. And there's just I have no tolerance for abuse. When I say,
Damn, I gotta say, that's tough. And somebody, look, Daisy says, but she's all about women's rights. That's why this story is so big and it's election wrecking, because a lot of people are about to find this stuff out. This is the comment. Daisy said it best. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the best comment so far, man. But she's all about women's rights, though, right? She's a feminist. She's all about women's rights, but yet this is who she chose as her husband. This is her surrogate. This is somebody that's gonna be in the White House, right? This is crazy.
say none, I mean zero. Zero tolerance for abuse. And you could get me to sound off for an hour on that. There's a special place in hell for men that put hands on women.
Yes, I could not agree with you more. Somebody who's in a faithful and happy marriage, and I know you are too. Like, this is unspeakable. It says something very dark about who you are. Just want to follow up, because I think it's important to obviously say we're not trying to slander or smear the guy. This has been well reported. Here we go. Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, cheated with his first wife, impregnated their nanny. This guy's a real scumbag, and Democrats, an enormous amount of women, are going to vote to put this guy into power. That seems like suicidal.
Benny, don't forget who Joe Biden married. People don't talk about it enough. But who is Jill Biden? Jill Biden was married to the brother or something, or the nanny, and the same thing happened. There was, affairs and and then they died, and he married her. That story is so convoluted. You have to look it up. But when I heard that, I'm like, these are the quality of people. This is who they are in their private life. That's who they are. They're hitting people, abusing them, knocking up the nanny, and then hitting people and having, that to me is just beyond any level of comprehension that these people could actually be serving. And you know what? I'll say on that, because I know what the negative commentary will say on Twitter. I know President Trump. I've spent years with President Trump. President Trump has been accused of so many horrible things, but these are not accusations. These are things that now we're saying have come out and are true. Well, that's a problem. And it tells you a lot about the character, what goes on in somebody's home. Look at their children. I always say that tells you a lot about who people are. And I think it speaks volumes, frankly.
This seems like a crazy question to have to ask, but here we go. Do you believe that beating women is a disqualifying factor in this presidential race? Should Kamala Harris drop out considering this new revelation?
Yeah, I would think so.
That's a question for the chat too. What do you guys think?
Think so. I would hope so.
I don't know how you answer for this. And this is all over the place.
It's called morals.
Credible reports.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's morals, Benny. It's something it's called morality. It's called having a compass, a moral compass. And that is lacking. When they flip-flop on their policies, it tells you there's no true moral compass. They're just trying to win you over. Like I said, paid actors. That's literally paid actors. You know, so that's what I think. And look, the decision's so clear. Trump 2024, baby.
Yeah, I think she could have said it any better. Speaking of the media protection program, Elon Musk decided to post this clip about the scale of deception by the media is jaw-dropping. That's what he said here. Let's take a listen.
In the real world, she would be toast. And I don't like getting riled up for no reason because the story is so unbelievable. I wanted to see if it was reported elsewhere. You know, it couldn't find it on MSNBC, CNN, Drudge. You have the release of hundreds of thousands of foreign criminals, like they emptied the jails, raped thousands of rapists, thousands of murderers. And on the pages of all of these networks, the death of Maggie Smith, which is sad, great actress, Lana Del Rey's marriage, P. Diddy rumors, but nothing about what is easily one of the most probably the biggest crime story I've ever seen. So we know that Democrats watch this show. Some of them hate watching. But if you're watching this, the media doesn't want you to know this information. They don't want it to reach you. They would rather you die or be raped than Trump be right or find out the truth. So you can hate Fox all you want. You can hate Trump all you want. You can hate me. But you can't hate yourself and your family so much that you're going to ignore a story that puts them in danger. Now, even if these numbers are off by 50%, please, I think that the fact checkers should fact check it. You know, tell us, no, it's not 16,000 rapists. It's only 8,000. It's only 7,000 murders. Cool. I'm glad you're okay with that. I'll take your fact check. But anybody who defends this or says it's not that big a deal is complicit, and they should be held accountable. Every victim of every crime by the people that are in here that we haven't vilified, who are actual villains, you need to file a class action suit against this government. You know, these bastards were more offended by stories of cats being eaten than real stories reported here of actual rape and murder. And if you ask why those other stories existed, it was the only way to get these a-holes in the media to even look at this story. They can only see immigration as a gotcha moment for political gain. There are actual people that are dying. This is a huge story. Where is it?
Yeah, make sure to smash the like button if you guys haven't. We got 1,400 people in here. Smash that like button right now. Let's get 1,000 likes right away if you guys can. All right, so during the entry of Kamala and Tim Walz, Trump supporters had something else in mind. Take a listen.
Welcome to New York.
Trump supporters welcoming Kamala and Tim Walz. Here's another video, another view of that. In New York, by the way. This is in New York, by the way. That's tough. That's a tough view for you to see right away. Another thing happening, by the way, I'm jumping from story to story here. I do want to cap on this and we can end it right here for this live stream, but I do want to say anybody been paying attention to what's been going on with Hurricane Helene? I hope I'm saying that right. South Georgia, right? Florida, all these different places are without light. They're without any electricity, and our government is just not responding correctly. Even CNN has noticed that Trump has been more presidential than our own president right now.
He is being treated not just as a former president, but almost as though he is a sitting president. As Boris, you just noted, getting a briefing from FEMA, getting a briefing from the National Guard. That is not something that is typically just offered to a candidate. They are treating him as though he is a former president who is there to help. And one thing that I had noticed earlier during our 1 p.m. conversation was that Donald Trump did not have that much to offer in terms of resources since he is not a sitting president. But I will note that he and the campaign say that they have arrived in that area with trucks full of supplies that they plan on giving out. So there is something there for them to offer. He also said that he had a tanker truck full of gasoline, which obviously, if you've ever covered one of these storms, you understand that one of the first things and hardest things to come by is gasoline. So he said that he was going to be giving that out. He is clearly taking this seriously as a politician is on the ground, trying to show that he is there in support of the people on the ground in Georgia.
By the way, this is CNN reporting on Trump being more presidential than everybody else, right? We saw what Kamala's husband is up to. We've seen what the government has been up to. But another crazy, and once again, smash the like button. Got to keep in mind, you guys keep getting these numbers up as much as we can to hit the algorithm, because these are the stories that they don't want you to know about. Here's another crazy story. Newsmax reporting. Mayorkas says FEMA doesn't have enough funds for the rest of the hurricane season. Apparently, this is crazy. Let's just go through this. What the Biden-Harris regime is now saying FEMA does not have enough funds to make it through another hurricane season, right after giving billions of more dollars to Ukraine. Enough with the America Last BS. This is what America Last looks like, by the way. You're probably being affected by this by watching this channel. Maybe at some point after you got your electricity back, you got your YouTube back, you're able to catch up with some stuff. We're here in support. Shout out to Donald Trump for showing love. I mean, there's a whole bunch of videos, a whole bunch of people speaking about all the things that are happening by our government. Here's one video I wanted to show you guys. Okay, here's the video.
To the entire state of North Carolina and Tennessee is a nothing short of just plain awful. Like, I do not physically have the words for it, because if you don't know, we have not heard from my aunt since Friday because of Hurricane Helene, and there is no government aid. None. Zero. Zilch. There's a few, but it's small government offices mainly run by civilians. Because you want to know what's happening right now in North Carolina and Tennessee? There are entire towns that there is no way in or out. Those roads are not drivable because of the mudslides and the power lines and the down trees. There are doctors right now physically walking across that because their cars can't get through to go help these people, to go check on these people. There's a mudslide by my aunt's house because she lives on a mountain. She lives in the middle of it. There are currently civilians digging that mudslide out with their bare fucking hands. That's what's happening right now. There is no power. There is no water. They have no supplies. And the government is currently trying to arrest people who are delivering supplies via helicopter. They are threatening to arrest those people. They are threatening to arrest people who are trying to fucking help people survive. My aunt is 70 years old with mobility issues. And you want to know what the government's fucking doing? Jack shit. But you want to know what the civilians, the people here in America are doing? I have had several people on this platform alone reach out to me and go, oh, this person, this doctor's going there. I'll tell them and they'll tell the fire department. I'll put the word into all these shelters. I'll do this. There is somebody right now in Burnsville, North Carolina. His name is Warren. And he himself, he's a real fucking hero, I'll tell you that. He got together a list. He went door to door to people's houses to make sure that they were okay. Door to door, wrote their names on a list and posted it on Facebook so families could see if their family members were alive or not. His wife is currently making food for everybody. And you want to know what the government is doing? You want to know what Kamala Harris is doing right now? You want to know what Joe Biden's doing? Joe Biden said we're doing all that we can for North Carolina. Kamala Harris is currently having a fundraiser for her campaign in LA and Las Vegas. Not for the people in North Carolina or Tennessee. For her fucking campaign. Fuck them.
This morning, I'm dead ass pissed the fuck off. As a recent hurricane survivor.
My bad, guys. I was saying people are mad. People are extremely mad at the government right now. People in charge, people in office. Kamala Harris, Biden, FEMA is defunded. What is happening? We could send all this money to Ukraine. This is how you know we are in big trouble in the United States of America, because we have a disaster that is taking people's lives, right? We got people actually dying out there, people without electricity, people can't get gas, people can't do stuff in the United States of America, but we're hearing about billions of dollars being sent to Israel, billions of dollars being sent to Ukraine, billions of dollars being sent to Taiwan. Why? Well, here we go. We got Americans mad. You heard the young lady. Now you're going to listen to this guy right here, this young man who had a lot. He has a lot to say to our government right now. Take a listen.
Listen, this morning, I'm dead ass pissed the fuck off. As a recent hurricane survivor, as somebody who been without lights for 6 days, I am pissed off. The fact that I can hear Joe Biden say, we need American people to come together to help the recent hurricane survivors. Why the fuck we got to come together to help ourselves? We didn't have to come together when y'all sent $30 billion to the Ukraine. We didn't have to come together then. So why we got to help? Why we got to come together to help ourselves now? We got to come together to help ourselves because y'all don't give a fuck about us. And y'all can't see that. Y'all love to say they for the people. How they for the people? She asking for donation while Trump out here giving $25 million to help us. Yeah, like what part of this do y'all not understand? Y'all put so much faith in this old ass man and this Jezebel ass lady when constantly they show us that they do not give a fuck about us. And this is another prime example of them showing that they just don't give a damn about us. Yes, I can speak on this. Yes, I'm experiencing it myself. So y'all can't say a damn thing about it. Then y'all love to touch on the fact and say something about Heritage, Project 2025. But guess what? The trustee of the Heritage Foundation, which is the foundation that presented Project 2025, why they endorsing Kamala now? Why they endorsing Kamala now? So that's what she's standing for. She ain't nothing but a chair hopper. And she not for the people, and y'all can't see that. I see it more than ever now. I see it more than ever. They don't give a fuck about us. These folks left us to fend for ourselves and ask us to get the money for ourselves when they sending all the money to these other countries. What part of that makes sense to y'all? Because I don't get it. Make it make sense to me, because y'all gonna say something. I'm rage baiting or something. Make it make sense, because I just need to know.
Well, that's how Americans are feeling. I wasn't even going to talk about this on the channel today. I was going to talk about it probably later, but this is what's going on, man. This is what's going on in the United States of America. We have federal government. We have issues, man. We do. We seriously do.
Die. Now, it's devastating to watch these images that you see on your screen and realize that our own government is refusing to go out there and rescue people who are trapped. Now, listen, it's not just speculation at this point. I've spoken to those who are currently serving in our military, and their outrage as to what's going on. I spent all morning today confirming tips that I received, and well, the news is quite devastating. Earlier today, I was told from somebody who is literally on the ground near the region that they're being told to stand down, not go out there and rescue Americans. Now, they were flown into the area on Sunday Today's Wednesday, folks, and they have not rescued one single American. They're a part of a search and rescue team, and so obviously this is something that they're supposed to be doing, but they're being told that they can't. They're waiting to get authorization through Title 10. For some reason, that's not coming down, and they're all just focused on waiting and waiting and waiting. Why isn't our federal and state government going out there to rescue these Americans? The photos, the videos of rescues taking place, they're not coming from government officials. They're coming from private citizens who are going out there, bringing in their own helicopters and rescuing these people. It's outrageous in itself, but it's going on. Now, earlier this week, on Monday specifically, I'm told that the North Carolina governor was actually expected to do a tour, and he was looking to do so with a chopper, and was looking to do so with also FEMA by their side for a photo op, of course. So they were going to utilize our resources, utilize the search and rescue team to get their photo op, but they weren't going to allow a search and rescue team to go out there and actually rescue Americans. Now, I'm told that that little photo op was canceled because of a press conference and a timing confliction that took place. But again, why are we still not allowing them to go out there and rescue Americans? That's what they want to do. I'm told that the individuals on these search and rescue teams are really just dealing with low morale right now because they're being told not to save Americans when they're actually there to save Americans.
All right, so yeah, I've had enough of this. This is making me mad. Yeah, we'll talk more about this later. Smash the like button if you guys can right now. Let's get over 2,000 likes on this video if you guys can. It really does this channel a huge favor by getting us out there to more people, especially because I want to keep talking about this hurricane stuff because it's real. All right, we got more hurricanes coming, obviously hurricane season, and FEMA says that they don't have enough funds. Right, this is bad. This is not good. We got Trump being more presidential. CNN is admitting that he's more presidential than Biden right now. We have a lot. Doug Emhoff, secret leaks out. Daily Mail, scorned women coming out. This guy put his hands on a woman. This guy should not be allowed in the White House, anywhere near the White House. We got a lot of things to keep talking about. So smash the like button. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for coming through. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you.